Be me. 24 years old, working night shift at a 24-hour convenience store in a strip mall. Pay is garbage, customers are weird, but rent is cheap and I can browse my phone when it's dead. Mostly just stock shelves, run register, clean up spills, and deal with drunk people at 3 a.m. Coworker situation is pretty chill though, just me and this girl who works the day shift. Her name is Violet. She's like 23, kind of quiet, always wearing oversized hoodies, and has this messy, purple dyed hair. We overlap for about an hour during shift change, usually just small talk about annoying customers or what needs restocking. She seems normal enough, little awkward, but whatever. Retail makes everyone weird. One day I come in for my shift and she's still there counting the register. "Hey, you're running late today?" She jumps like I scared her, drops a roll of quarters. "Oh God, sorry, yeah, the manager called and asked me to stay extra because someone called out." Help her pick up the quarters, notice she won't make eye contact. "No worries, happens to all of us." Finish the handoff. She practically runs out the door. Weird, but okay, maybe she had plans or something. A few days later, I'm stocking the cooler when she texts me. We exchanged numbers months ago for shift trading purposes. "Hey, did you move the energy drinks to a different spot?" "No, why?" "Nothing, just couldn't find them this morning. Thought maybe night shift reorganized." "Nah, everything's where it always is." She sends back, "Okay, thanks," and that's it. Week goes by normally, then one morning during shift change, she's acting strange. Keeps staring at me while I'm checking the cash drawer. "Something wrong?" No, everything's fine, just tired." She's fidgeting with her hoodie strings, doing that thing where people clearly want to say something but don't. "You sure? You seem off?" Okay, this is gonna sound insane, but did anything weird happen last night?" I think back to my shift. Some guy tried to steal beef jerky, had to kick out a homeless person from the bathroom. Pretty standard. Define weird, because my baseline for weird is pretty high at this point. Like, did you, notice anything unusual? This conversation is going nowhere. "Violet, I have no idea what you're asking me." She turns red, grabs her bag, and leaves without explaining. Next shift I come in, and there's a note on the counter. It's from Violet. Says, "Sorry for being weird, having a stressful week. Didn't mean to be awkward." I text her back, "No worries. We all have those weeks," and figure that's the end of it. Wrong. A few nights later, I'm mopping the floor at like 2 a.m. when my phone buzzes. It's Violet. "Are you awake?" Obviously I'm awake, I'm at work, but I answer anyway. "Yeah, I'm literally at the store right now on shift." "Right, sorry, I forgot." There's a long pause, then she sends another message. "Can I ask you something personal?" Oh no, this is either going to be really awkward or really awkward. "Sure, what's up?" "Do you believe in like psychic connections or dream stuff?" What the hell kind of question is this at 2 a.m.? Not really. Why?" Another long pause. "Never mind, it's stupid. Forget I asked." "Violet, you can't just ask me weird questions and then I'd say never mind." "I know, I'm sorry, I'm being weird again." Decide to just drop it because I have to deal with a customer buying cigarettes and lottery tickets. By the time I'm done, she sent, "Good night, sorry for bothering you," and stopped responding. This pattern continues for like 2 weeks. She keeps acting strange during shift changes, asking weird, vague questions, then apologizing and running away. Did you feel anything strange last night? Do you ever get the feeling someone's watching you? Have you been thinking about me lately? That last one makes me do a double take. What? No? Why would I be thinking about you? She looks hurt, which confuses me more. No reason, just wondering. I'm starting to think she might have a crush on me or something, but the questions are too weird for that. Finally, one day I corner her during the shift change and demand an actual explanation. "Violet, what is going on with you? You've been acting bizarre for weeks." She sits down on the stool behind the counter and puts her face in her hands. "You're going to think I'm insane." "I already think you're acting insane, just tell me." She takes a deep breath. "I keep having dreams about you." Oh no. "Like, what kind of dreams?" "Not like that. Well, sometimes like that, but mostly just we're hanging out or working together or having conversations." Okay, weird, but not the worst thing. "Violet, that's pretty normal. We work together. Our brains process that stuff during sleep. But they feel so real, like more real than regular dreams. And sometimes things from the dreams happen in real life." Now we're entering crazy territory. "What do you mean things from the dreams happen?" "Like, I'll dream about you saying something specific, and then you'll say that exact thing the next day." I'm trying to remember if I've said anything predictable lately. Maybe you're just noticing patterns that confirm what you already expect. No, it's more than that. Last week I dreamed you wore a red jacket to work, and you did. I wear that jacket like twice a week, Violet. It's not psychic. She looks frustrated. I knew you wouldn't believe me. It's not about believing you. It's just dreams are dreams. They don't mean anything. She stands up, grabs her stuff. Forget I said anything. She leaves, and I'm standing there wondering what just happened. Next few days, she avoids me completely, like switches her shift timing so we barely overlap. I see her leaving right as I'm pulling into the parking lot. Fine, if she wants to be weird about it, whatever. Then I start getting texts again, but this time they're different. I had another dream about you last night. You need to stop doing this. Why were you at the beach with someone else? I haven't been to a beach in like 2 years. What is she talking about? Violet, I wasn't at any beach. I was here working my shift. Not in real life. In my dream. You were with some blonde girl and you looked happy. This is getting ridiculous. I can't control what you dream about. That's insane. Well, it feels like you're doing it on purpose. How would I even do that? Dream telepathy? Come on. She doesn't respond for a while, then sends a long paragraph. I know it sounds crazy, but I can't stop dreaming about you, and it's making me feel things I don't want to feel, and I don't know how to make it stop, and I think you're somehow causing this. I reread this message like 5 times, trying to figure out how to respond. Violet, I promise you I'm not somehow psychically invading your dreams. That's not a thing that's possible. Then why does it keep happening? Because you're probably stressed or anxious or something. Brains do weird things when we're stressed. Wrong thing to say apparently, because she just sends back, forget it, and blocks me. Cool, so now my coworker has blocked me because she's mad about her own dreams. Tell my roommate about this situation when I get home. He laughs so hard he almost chokes on his cereal. Bro, she definitely has a crush on you and is using the dream thing as an excuse to talk to you. That's the weirdest way to flirt I've ever heard of. Maybe she's just awkward as hell. Have you considered that? Actually makes sense. Violet is pretty socially awkward. Decide to just let it blow over. Figure she'll calm down eventually. Wrong again. Come into work a week later and my manager pulls me aside. Hey, Violet put in a request to never work overlapping shifts with you. Did something happen? Great. Now I have to explain this to my boss. She's been having some personal issues and I think she's dealing with it by avoiding me. I didn't do anything to her. Manager looks skeptical but approves the schedule change anyway. Just keep it professional. I don't want drama. There's no drama. She's just being weird. For the next month, I literally never see Violet. Our shifts are completely separated. Occasionally, I'll come in and notice she's left me passive-aggressive notes. Please don't reorganize the candy section. I have a system. I never reorganized anything, but okay. The mop closet was left messy. Please clean up after yourself. I literally always clean the mop closet. What is she talking about? Starting to think she's just making stuff up to be mad about. Then one night around 1 a.m., I'm restocking chips when someone bangs on the store window. Scare the shit out of me, drop an entire box of Doritos. Look up and it's Violet, still in her pajamas, hair a mess, looking frantic. She's mouthing something through the glass, but I can't hear. I go unlock the door. What the hell? It's 1 a.m. She pushes past me into the store. I had another dream. Violet, go home. You can't be here when you're not working. No, you need to listen to me. Something bad is going to happen. Oh, great. Now we're at the prophecy stage of whatever breakdown she's having. What are you talking about? I dreamed that the store got robbed tonight during your shift. I look around the empty store. There's literally one customer buying milk. Violet, I think you need to talk to someone, like a professional. I'm not crazy. I'm trying to warn you. Even if you did dream that, dreams aren't real. They don't predict the future. She's getting agitated, pacing around. Why won't you take this seriously? Every time I dream something, it comes true. Okay, name one time. She thinks for a second. I dreamed you would wear your red jacket. I wear that jacket all the time. I dreamed the ice machine would break. The ice machine breaks every other week. It's a piece of garbage. She's grasping at straws now. I dreamed about the guy who tried to steal beef jerky before it happened. People try to steal beef jerky literally every day, Violet. She looks like she's about to cry. You're not listening to me. I am listening. I just don't believe in prophetic dreams. There's a difference. The customer comes up to pay for their milk, giving us both weird looks. I ring them up while Violet stands there fuming. After they leave, she starts up again. Something bad is going to happen tonight. I know it. I felt it. Violet, please go home. You're going to get me in trouble if my manager finds out you were here during my shift. Fine, but when something happens, don't say I didn't warn you, she storms out. I lock the door behind her. Spend the rest of my shift paranoid that maybe she's actually right. Keep checking the parking lot for suspicious cars. Nothing happens. Shift ends normally. I go home. Text Violet the next day. Nothing happened. I'm fine. Please get some sleep. She leaves me unread. Few days pass. I'm starting to relax again. Then I come into work and the day manager tells me Violet called out sick. Weird because she never calls out. She's out for 3 days straight. On the 4th day, she finally comes back, but she looks terrible. Dark circles under eyes. Hair even messier than usual. Hasn't been sleeping. I try to avoid her, but we end up in the back room at the same time getting supplies. Hey, you okay? You look rough. She glares at me. I haven't been able to sleep because every time I close my eyes, I see your face. What do you even say to that? Violet, that sounds like you should see a doctor or something. I did. They said it's stress and gave me sleeping pills, but they don't work. She's getting loud. I'm worried someone will hear. Okay, calm down. Let's talk about this rationally. There's nothing rational about this. You've invaded my brain and I can't make it stop. I haven't invaded anything. I'm just a guy who works here. She sits down on a box of paper towels. I can't keep living like this. Genuine concern kicks in despite how insane this whole situation is. Have you tried, meditation or something? Yes, I've tried everything. Meditation, breathing exercises, chamomile tea, white noise. Nothing works. Maybe you need a vacation, like take some time off work? I can't afford to take time off. And besides, it won't matter because you'll still be in my dreams. This circular logic is exhausting. What do you want me to do? Quit my job so you stop dreaming about me? She looks up at me with these desperate eyes. Would you? What? No, that's insane. I need this job. So my mental health doesn't matter? Now I'm getting annoyed. Your mental health isn't my responsibility. I haven't done anything wrong. You exist. That's what you've done wrong. Okay, that's actually hurtful. Wow, okay, I'm done with this conversation. I leave the back room and she doesn't follow. Rest of the week, she's back to avoiding me completely. Then Saturday night, I'm working and get a call from an unknown number. Usually don't answer, but it's slow, so whatever. Hello? Heavy breathing on the other end. Hello? It's me. Violet's voice, but weird, kind of distant. Why are you calling from a different number? I blocked you, remember? Had to use my sister's phone. What do you want, Violet? I need you to do something for me. The way she says it sounds ominous. Depends on what it is. I need you to meet me somewhere so we can talk about this properly. It's midnight and I'm at work. I can't just leave. Then after your shift, please, I'm begging you. Something in her voice sounds off, like she's been crying. Are you okay? Like, genuinely? No, I'm not okay. That's why I need to talk to you. Against my better judgment, I agree to meet her at a diner near the store after my shift ends. Rest of the shift, I'm wondering if this is a terrible idea. My roommate texts asking if I want to play video games when I get home. Tell him I have to meet my crazy coworker first. He responds with, "Bro, if you get murdered, I'm taking your gaming PC." Thanks, buddy. Very supportive. Shift ends at 6 a.m. I drive to the diner. Violet is already there in a corner booth. She looks like she hasn't slept in days, wearing the same hoodie I always see her in. Slide into the booth across from her. Okay, I'm here. What's so important? She orders coffee first, waits until the waitress leaves. I think I figured out what's happening. Enlighten me. I think we have some kind of connection, like a past life thing or soul bond or something. I have to physically stop myself from getting up and leaving. Violet, that's not a real thing. How do you know? Have you ever experienced this before? No, because it's not real. She pulls out her phone and shows me a notes app page filled with entries. I've been documenting every dream. Look, there's patterns. I scroll through it. It's dates and descriptions of dreams. Most of them are just mundane. Stuff, us talking, working together, hanging out. Some are weirder, like us in different time periods or places that don't exist. Few are clearly romantic or sexual, but she's marked through those with thick lines like she's embarrassed. Violet, this just looks like your brain processing the fact that you see me regularly at work. But it's every single night, sometimes multiple dreams per night. That sounds like you're obsessing over this, and it's becoming a self-fulfilling cycle. She snatches her phone back. You're not taking this seriously. Because there's nothing to take seriously. You're having dreams, that's it. They're not just dreams. The waitress comes back with coffee and we both shut up until she leaves. Violet dumps like 6 sugars in her coffee and stirs it aggressively. I looked it up online. There's other people who experience this. Experience what exactly? Dream sharing, psychic connections, twin flames. Oh God, she's been on the spiritual side of the internet. Those are all just people looking for explanations for normal psychological phenomena. How can you be so closed-minded? How can you be so willing to believe in magic? We're both getting heated. People in the diner are starting to look. I lower my voice. Look, I came here because you sounded desperate, but if you just want to argue about whether dream telepathy is real, I'm leaving. She deflates a little. I don't want to argue. Then what do you want? She looks down at her coffee. I want you to take me seriously and help me figure out how to make this stop. The only way to make it stop is to stop fixating on it, maybe talk to a therapist. I told you I can't afford that. There's free resources, sliding scale options. I can help you look. She's quiet for a while, just stirring her coffee. What if it doesn't stop? Then you learn to live with it. People have intrusive thoughts all the time. It's not intrusive thoughts, though. It feels different. I'm running out of patience, and I've been awake for 24 hours. Violet, I don't know what you want me to say. I can't fix this for you. She finally looks up at me. Can you just, try to believe me? Even a little? The look on her face is so genuinely sad that I feel bad. I believe that you're experiencing something that feels real to you, but I can't believe it's actually supernatural. That's not the same thing. It's the best I can do. She nods slowly, goes back to her coffee. We sit in uncomfortable silence for a bit. I'm sorry for making this your problem, she finally says. It's okay. I just wish I could actually help. You kind of are just by listening and not calling me completely insane. I mean, you're a little insane, but in like an endearing way. She almost smiles at that. I should let you go home and sleep. Probably a good idea. I pay for both our coffees and we walk out to the parking lot. Thanks for meeting me, she says. Yeah, no problem. Awkward. Moment where neither of us knows if we should hug or what. Settle for a weird wave and get in my car. Drive home thinking about how bizarre this whole situation has become. Roommate is awake playing games when I get back. You survived the meeting with Dream Girl? Barely. She thinks we have a psychic connection. That's hot. You should date her. She's insane. Crazy girls are the best in bed, though. Throw a pillow at him and go crash in my room. Sleep for like 12 hours straight. Wake up to several texts from Violet. I had another dream last night. This time we were at a carnival, and you won me a stuffed bear. It felt really nice. Sorry for trauma dumping. I know you don't want to hear about this. Don't know how to respond, so I just send back, "It's fine, hope you got some sleep." She responds immediately, even though I sent it hours after she did. I did actually, best sleep I've had in weeks. Maybe talking about it helped. Weird, but okay, maybe the diner conversation actually did something. That's good. Glad you're feeling better. Can I ask you something without you getting mad? Oh no. Sure. Do you ever dream about me? Think about it honestly. Try to remember my dreams from lately. I barely remember my dreams most of the time. They're usually random nonsense. Not really. I don't usually remember my dreams. Oh, she sounds disappointed, which is weird. Why? Is that important? I just thought if it was a real connection, it would go both ways. Back to the psychic connection theory. Or it means it's just your brain doing normal dream things. Maybe. She doesn't sound convinced. Few days go by relatively normally. She seems calmer, still avoiding me at work, but not in a hostile way, more just giving space. Then Thursday night, I have the weirdest shift. Everything Violet has told me keeps popping into my head randomly. I'm stocking shelves and suddenly remember her describing a dream where we were organizing candy together. I'm mopping and think about her saying she dreamed about the mop closet. It's like her obsession is becoming contagious. Shake it off, tell myself I'm just tired. But then I have this weird moment where I'm standing at the register and I swear I can smell her perfume. Look around, she's not there, store is empty. Okay, that's creepy. Rest of the shift I feel off, like I'm being watched even though I'm alone. Finally get home and crash. Have my first vivid dream in months. Violet is there, we're sitting in the store, but it's different, bigger, filled with plants and weird lighting. She's talking to me, but I can't hear what she's saying. I try to get closer and the dream shifts. Now we're outside somewhere. It's raining. She's crying and I'm trying to comfort her. Wake up confused as hell. It's 3 p.m. I slept through most of the day. Check my phone. Violet has texted me. I had a dream we were in the store, but it was different, and I was trying to tell you something important. My heart drops. She described the same dream I just had. Coincidence. Has to be coincidence. What were you trying to tell me? I don't know. I couldn't hear myself. It was weird. Same as my dream. What the hell? Did it rain after? Long pause before she responds. How did you know that? Oh shit. I think I had the same dream. My phone immediately rings. It's her. You're messing with me, right? No, I literally just woke up from a dream where we were in a weird version of the store and then it was raining. She's breathing fast. This is what I've been trying to tell you. It's not just me. I'm pacing around my room trying to rationalize this. Okay, there has to be an explanation. The explanation is we're connected somehow. No, the explanation is we both work at the same place, so our brains both use that as a setting, and it's fall, so rain is common. So that showed up too. And the fact that we had the exact same dream on the same night? Coincidence. It has to be. She's quiet for a moment. Are you scared? Honestly? Yeah, I'm a little freaked out. I don't know what I am. I told you something weird was happening. One shared dream doesn't prove anything. Then let's test it. Test what? Tonight, before you go to sleep, try to dream about a specific thing. I'll do the same. We'll see if we dream about each other. This is insane, but I'm too curious now. Fine, what should we try to dream about? I don't know, somewhere we've never been together, like a library or something. Okay, a library, I'll try. That night before my shift, I take a nap and actively try to think about libraries before falling asleep. Don't know if I dream about it or not. Dreams are fuzzy. Get to work, shift is slow, spend most of it thinking about the weird dream situation. Morning comes. I check my phone. Violet has sent a voice message at 4 a.m. I listen to it. Her voice is shaky. I was in a library. You were there. We were looking for a book but couldn't find it. There was a green chair in the corner. You sat in it. I remember now. I did dream about a library. There was a green chair. What the hell is happening? Be me. Sitting in my car outside the store having an existential crisis. Just confirmed that Violet and I had the same dream about a library with a green chair. Call her immediately. Okay, describe everything you remember from the dream. She goes through it. The tall bookshelves, the smell of old paper, the way sunlight came through a window on the left side. I remember all of it exactly the same way. This is impossible. I've been trying to tell you. My hands are shaking. There has to be a logical explanation. Maybe we both saw a picture of a library recently and our brains used it. Stop trying to rationalize this. Just accept that something weird is happening. I sit there in silence trying to process. What do we do now? I don't know. You're the one who didn't believe me until now. Fair point. Okay, let's test it again. Multiple times, see if it keeps happening. Fine, but can we try to dream about something less boring than a library? Spend the next hour on the phone planning dream experiments like we're scientists. Agree to try dreaming about a beach tonight. Go home, tell my roommate about the shared dream. He thinks I'm pranking him. Bro, that's not real. She probably just described a generic library and you think you remember it. No, man. Specific details, the green chair, the window placement, everything. You're both just crazy then. Case closed. Helpful as always. Try to sleep that afternoon before my shift. Focus hard on imagining a beach. Waves, sand, seagulls, the whole thing. Fall asleep eventually. Dream as vivid as hell. I'm on a beach, but the sand is purple for some reason. Violet is there wearing a sundress, looks different with her hair down. We're walking along the water. Not really talking, just existing. She picks up a seashell and hands it to me. It's bright orange with white spots. Wake up and immediately text her. Purple sand, orange and white seashell, you were wearing a sundress. She calls me freaking out. How? How did you know about the purple sand? I didn't tell you to make it purple. I didn't make it purple either. It just was. We're both yelling into the phone, excited and terrified. What does this mean? I have no idea, but it's definitely not normal. She's laughing now, kind of hysterically. I'm not crazy. I've been telling you for weeks. Feel guilty about dismissing her for so long. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. You should be. I felt like I was losing my mind. Spend my entire shift at work researching shared dreaming online. Find a bunch of forums full of people claiming the same thing. Most of it seems like wishful thinking or role play, but some stories are eerily similar to what we're experiencing. People who've never met sharing detailed dreams. Twins separated at birth having identical nightmares. Couples who can communicate in dreams fall down a rabbit hole of parapsychology research papers. Most of it is inconclusive or debunked, but some studies show statistical anomalies that can't be explained. By the time my shift ends, my brain is fried. Violet texts me. We need to meet up and figure this out properly. Yeah, same diner? No, come to my apartment. I have stuff to show you. Getting invited to crazy coworker's apartment, definitely a good idea, but curiosity wins over common sense. She sends me her address. It's like 10 minutes from the store. Show up after my shift. She's in a small studio apartment. Walls are covered in drawings and notes. Welcome to my conspiracy board, she says, half joking. Look closer at the drawings. They're scenes from dreams. Some include me, some don't. Dates written next to each one. I've been documenting this for 2 months. One wall is just notes about dream symbols and theories. Violet, this is, I know it looks unhinged, but I needed to organize my thoughts. She has journals filled with dream descriptions, color-coded tabs, cross-references, the works. You've really committed to this. I didn't have a choice. This has taken over my life. She shows me entries from before we started sharing dreams. They're different, less detailed, more emotional. Lots of stuff about feeling lonely and disconnected. Then the entries about me start. At first they're just noting that I appeared in a dream. Then it becomes more frequent. Then it becomes every single night. When did you first dream about me? She flips back in the journal. 3 months ago, right after you helped me reach something on a high shelf at work. I barely remember that. It was such a small thing, but I remember thinking you were nice. And then you just started dreaming about me constantly? Not constantly at first, maybe once a week, then more and more. She sits down on her bed looking exhausted. I thought I was developing feelings for you, and the dreams were just my brain processing it. But then they got too weird to just be normal dreams. I sit in her desk chair. What changed? They started feeling real, like memories instead of dreams, and you would do things that didn't match your personality. Like what? Like in one dream you told me you'd been dreaming about me too, but real you insisted you never remembered dreams. Plot twist, dream me was trying to tell her something. That's creepy. Right, and then details from dreams would show up in real life. Like what? She grabs a specific journal. I dreamed about the ice machine breaking 3 days before it happened. That thing breaks constantly, though. I dreamed about the exact way it would break. Water everywhere, the manager slipping. Okay, that's more specific. I dreamed about a customer coming in with a parrot on his shoulder. That happened? Yes. 2 weeks later, old guy with a green parrot buying lottery tickets. I remember that actually, it was weird. So you think the dreams are prophetic too? I don't know what they are. That's why I needed you to take this seriously. I'm looking through her journals. The level of detail is incredible. Has anything bad happened in the dreams? She hesitates. Define bad. Like nightmares, scary stuff. I mean, there's been some uncomfortable ones. She flips to a page marked with red tape. This one freaked me out. I read it. She dreamed we were in the store, but everything was wrong. The lights were flickering, products were rotting on shelves, and I was trying to tell her something urgent, but no sound came out. When was this? 2 weeks ago, the night before I showed up at the store in my pajamas to warn you about the robbery. The robbery that never happened. Yeah, she looks embarrassed. I thought that dream meant something bad would happen to you. I panicked. Honestly, that's kind of sweet in an insane way. So some dreams are prophetic and some are just random. I think some are symbolic. My brain trying to process anxiety or whatever. Makes sense, actually. And now we're both having the same dreams. Which means it's not just my brain anymore. We sit in silence for a bit. I've been reading about this stuff all night, I tell her. And? Most of it is pseudoscience, but there's some interesting cases. So we're not the only ones? Apparently not, but most people can't verify it like we can. She perks up. We should do more experiments, document everything. Violet, we have jobs and lives. This is more important than stocking shelves. She has a point, but also I need money to survive. We can experiment, but we still need to work. She agrees reluctantly. Spend the next few hours going through her research and adding my own findings. Order pizza, lose track of time. Suddenly it's 9 p.m. and I need to sleep before my shift. I should go. Wait, before you do, can we try something? What? Can we try to meet in a dream on purpose? Like plan a specific place and time? Dreams don't have time. You know what I mean? Like we both go to sleep trying to meet at a specific location. Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, where? She thinks about it. That weird plant store down the street, the one with all the succulents. Why there? Because it's specific and we've both seen it, but never been inside. Logical enough. Okay, deal. I'll try to dream about the plant store tonight. Drive home, head spinning with all this information. Roommate is watching TV when I get back. You've been gone all day. Did you and Dream Girl hook up? No, we were doing research. That's what they call it now? Ignore him and go to my room. Set an alarm, crash hard. Immediately dreaming. I'm in the plant store. It's huge inside, way bigger than it looks from outside. Plants everywhere. Some are normal. Some are weird, impossible colors. I'm walking around looking for Violet. Find her near a display of purple cacti. You made it, she says, genuinely excited. Is this real? Like, are we actually both here? I think so. This is wild. We walk around the dream plant store just exploring. Everything feels hyper real. Can smell the soil and feel humidity. Can we control things here? I ask. Violet concentrates and a plant nearby grows rapidly. Apparently, yes. I try to make a plant float and it works. We're laughing, testing the limits of the dream. Then things start getting unstable. The walls start melting, colors bleeding into each other. What's happening? I think one of us is waking up. Everything goes white and I jolt awake. Check my phone, Violet is calling. That was insane. We were actually there together. I know. Did you make the plant grow? Yes. Did you make one float? Yeah. We're both geeking out about this. We need to keep testing this, see what else we can do. Over the next week, we experiment every night. Different locations, different scenarios. We learn we can communicate, manipulate the dream environment, even create things. But we also learn the dreams are unstable. They collapse if we get too excited or if one of us starts waking up. Sometimes we end up in places neither of us chose. One night we're in a forest, another night we're in an empty mall. The dreams feel more real than regular life sometimes. Start to look forward to sleeping more than being awake. My work performance starts slipping because I'm exhausted. Manager notices. You okay? You seem out of it lately. Just not sleeping well. Maybe see a doctor. Can't have you falling asleep during shift. Violet is having the same problem. She's zombie walking through her shifts. We're both running on caffeine and determination. Meet up at her apartment again to compare notes. We can't keep doing this every single night. We're going to collapse. But we're learning so much. She's right, but we're also destroying ourselves. Maybe we should take breaks, like only do this a few times a week. She looks disappointed but agrees. Fine, but we need to keep documenting everything. That night I try to not dream about Violet or the plant store or anything specific, just normal random dream stuff. End up dreaming about my childhood home. Violet isn't there, it's just me wandering empty rooms. Kind of peaceful, actually. Wake up feeling more rested than I have in days. Violet texts me. I tried to find you in a dream last night, but you weren't there. Yeah, I needed a normal sleep, sorry. It felt weird, like something was missing. Realize we've become dependent on these shared dreams. That's probably not healthy. Maybe we both need normal dreams sometimes. Yeah, you're probably right. Try to establish a schedule, shared dreams 3 times a week, works for about 2 weeks. Then Violet starts having nightmares. She calls me at 4 a.m. panicking. I had a nightmare and you weren't there to help. What happened? I was being chased by something and I kept calling for you, but you didn't come. Feel guilty even though I was just sleeping normally. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Can we go back to every night? I don't feel safe without you there. This is getting complicated. Violet, we can't be together every night in dreams. That's not sustainable. Why not? Other people sleep next to their partners every night. We're not partners. We're co-workers who happen to share dreams. Silence on her end. Right, sorry, I forgot. She sounds hurt. I didn't mean it like that. No, you're right. I'm being clingy. She hangs up. Spend the rest of the night feeling like an asshole. Next few days, she's avoiding me again, even in dreams. I try to find her in the shared dream space, but she's not there. Miss it more than I expected. Finally corner her during a brief overlap at work. Can we talk? I'm kind of busy. Violet, come on. She sighs and follows me to the back room. I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It's fine, you were right. I was being weird about it. You weren't being weird, I was being insensitive. She leans against the wall. I think I'm getting too attached to the dream stuff. Me too, honestly. It's easier there, you know? No complicated feelings or real-world problems. Yeah, but we still have to live in the real world. She nods. Maybe we should stop, just let it fade naturally. The thought of stopping makes me feel weird. Do you want to stop? No, but maybe we should. Neither of us actually wants to stop. What if we just, I don't know, let it be what it is without overthinking it? She considers this. Okay, but we need to be honest with each other about how we're feeling. Deal. Shake on it awkwardly. That night we meet in dreams again. This time it's a rooftop garden, peaceful and calm. We sit on a bench not saying anything. I miss this, she finally says. Me too. Are we insane? Probably, but at least we're insane together. She laughs. We just sit there watching dream stars. Over the next month, things settle into a rhythm. We share dreams regularly, but also have our own normal dreams. Talk more in real life too. Actual conversations beyond the dreams. Learn that Violet is into photography and wants to travel. Tell her about my plan to eventually go back to school. We're becoming actual friends outside the weird dream connection. My roommate finally meets her when she comes over to use my better internet for uploading photos. He pulls me aside while she's in the bathroom. Bro, she's cute. Why aren't you dating her? Because it's complicated. Everything's complicated, that's not an excuse. We share dreams, man. That's too weird to also date. That's literally the best reason to date. Maybe he has a point. Violet comes back and we all end up playing video games together. She's actually really good at Mario Kart. I play this in dreams sometimes, she says casually. You dream about Mario Kart? Sometimes it's fun. My roommate is dying laughing. She dreams about video games. She's perfect for you, bro. Violet blushes. Awkward tension for a moment. Change the subject quickly. Later that night after Violet leaves, my roommate won't. Shut up. You're an idiot if you don't ask her out. What if it ruins the dream thing? What if it makes it better? Lie awake thinking about this. Meet Violet in dreams that night. We're in a movie theater, some dream movie playing that makes no sense. Can I ask you something? I say. Sure. Do you ever think about us in like a romantic way? She's quiet for a moment. In dreams or in real life? Either, both. Honestly, yeah, sometimes. My heart is racing even though this is a dream. Me too. Really? Yeah, I just didn't want to make things weirder than they already are. She laughs. I think we're past the point of things being normal. Fair. We sit in comfortable silence. So what do we do about it? She asks. I don't know. What do you want to do? I want to see if this works in real life too. Wake up with my heart pounding. Check my phone, Violet has texted. So about that conversation we just had. Yeah? Did you mean it? Yes. Okay, good, because I meant it too. So now what? I think you should take me on a real date, not a dream one. Spend the whole next day nervous as hell. Pick her up after her shift, we go to a casual restaurant. It's weird seeing her in a date context instead of a work or dreams. She looks nice though. Actually put effort into her appearance. This is strange, she says. Good strange or bad strange? Different strange. We're both awkward at first, too aware of the fact that this is a date. But then we start talking and it feels natural. Laugh about our early interactions, how convinced she was that I was invading her dreams. I was so hostile as he tried to you, she says. You thought I was psychically attacking you, I get it. I can't believe you didn't just quit to get away from me. I thought about it. She throws a fry at me. Dinner goes well. We end up walking around the city for a while. Hold her hand, it feels right. Drop her off at her apartment. So, same time in dreams tonight? She asks. Definitely. She kisses me quickly before going inside. Float home like an idiot. Roommate is still up. You're grinning like an idiot? The date went well? Really well. Told you. That night the dream is different. We meet in the plant store again, but everything is brighter, clearer. Hi, she says smiling. Hi. We walk around holding hands. It feels more real than it ever has. I think the dreams are different now, she says. How? They feel less chaotic, more intentional. She's right. Everything feels stable. We can control more, the environment doesn't collapse randomly. Maybe because we're on the same page now? Maybe. Spend the dream just existing together peacefully. Wake up feeling content. Over the next few weeks, we navigate dating while also sharing dreams. It's weird, but works somehow. Coworkers at the store notice we're together. Manager pulls me aside. You and Violet dating? Yeah? Good. She's been way less weird lately. Keep it up. Thanks, boss. Very romantic. The dreams. Continue. Sometimes we plan them. Sometimes they just happen. Learn that we can create entire worlds together. Build a beach house in one dream, explore it for hours, create a library in another, fill it with books we've read. It's like having a second life. My roommate asks if it ever gets confusing. Like, do you forget which memories are real? Honestly, yeah, sometimes. I'll remember a conversation and have to figure out if it happened at work or in a dream. Violet has the same problem. I told you about my photography project, right? Was that real or dream? I can't remember. We laugh about it, but it's kind of concerning. Decide to start keeping a shared journal, marking what's real and what's not. Helps keep things straight. 6 months into dating, Violet moves to a new apartment closer to me. We talk about moving in together, but decide it's too soon. We already sleep together every night, she points out. That's different. That's dreams. Is it, though? Philosophically confusing, but she has a point. One night we're having a shared dream, building a garden together. Do you think this will last forever? She asks. The dreams? All of it? Us? This connection? I don't know. Nothing lasts forever. That's dark. I'm being realistic. She throws dream dirt at me. I think it'll last as long as we want it to. That's optimistic. One of us has to be. We finish the garden. It's beautiful, full of impossible plants and colors. I'm glad you invaded my dreams, she says. I still didn't invade them. They pulled me in. Same difference. Sit on a dream bench watching the sky change colors. I love you, she says suddenly. First time either of us has said it. I love you too. The dream feels more real than real life. Wake up and immediately call her, even though it's 5 a.m. I meant it, I say when she answers sleepily. Me too. Life continues. Work, dreams, relationship. We're figuring it out together. Sometimes the dreams are amazing, sometimes they're normal, sometimes they don't happen. That's okay though. What matters is we found something impossible and made it work. My roommate moves out eventually. Violet and I get a place together. So now you really sleep together every night, he says while packing. Yeah, twice technically. You're both still weird. Wouldn't have it any other way. First night in the new apartment, we try to have a shared dream. Meet in a dream version of our new place. It's perfect. Better than the real one. Should we just live here instead? Violet jokes. Tempting, but I don't think dream rent is a thing. We explore the dream apartment. It's huge with impossible rooms. Find a library, a greenhouse, an art studio. Our dream home, she says. Literally. Spend hours there just being together. Wake up in the real apartment. She's already awake next to me. Morning. Morning. Same dream? Yeah. We lie there for a while, not needing to say anything. Realize this is better than any dream. Being able to wake up next to her in both worlds. My face when my coworker was right all along about the psychic dream connection, and now she's my girlfriend in two realities. That feeling when you find someone who makes both sleeping and waking life worth living. Be me. Violet's older sister, 26, living in the same city, working as a nurse. Always been close with Violet. She's my weird little sister who I love. Notice she's been acting strange for the past few months. Constantly tired, talking about dreams, obsessing over this guy from work. At first I think it's just a crush. She's always been awkward about relationships. But then it gets weirder. She starts calling me at odd hours, rambling about shared consciousness and psychic connections. Sis, you need to sleep. You sound exhausted. I can't sleep normally anymore. When I sleep, I'm with him. That's called a crush, Violet. It's normal. No, you don't understand. We're actually together in the dreams. He's there too. Humor her because she sounds manic. Okay, well, have you talked to him about this? He didn't believe me at first, but now he does. We've been experimenting. Experimenting sounds concerning. Invite her over for coffee to check on her in person. She shows up looking like death. Dark circles, messy hair, wearing the same hoodie I saw her in 3 days ago. Violet, when's the last time you slept properly? I sleep every night. I mean without the dream stuff. She gets defensive. The dreams are important. We're learning things. Show her my phone with articles about sleep deprivation and psychosis. You need to talk to a doctor. This isn't healthy. I'm not crazy. I didn't say you were crazy. I said you need help. She starts crying. Why doesn't anyone believe me? First him, now you. Hold her while she sobs. Promise to support her, but make her agree to see a doctor. She goes to a doctor. They prescribe sleeping pills and suggest therapy. She doesn't take the pills. They'll stop the dreams, she tells me. That's the point, Violet. But then I'll lose him. If he actually cares about you, you won't lose him just because you're not dreaming together. She doesn't listen. A few weeks later, she tells me they're dating. Meet the guy. His name is Anon. Seems normal enough. Quiet, kind of nerdy, works night shift at the same store. We're having lunch together, all three of us. So Violet tells me you two share dreams? I ask directly. He looks uncomfortable. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Try me. He and Violet exchange looks. They explain the whole thing, the experiments, the shared locations, the details matching up. And you're sure this is real and not just, I don't know, coincidence or suggestion? I was skeptical too at first, he says, but we've tested it dozens of times. It's consistent. Watch them talk about it. They're both completely convinced. Either they're sharing a delusion or something genuinely weird is happening. Can't decide which is more concerning. As long as you're both taking care of yourselves in real life, I say carefully. We are, Violet insists. She's lost weight, has stopped responding to texts promptly, missed our mom's birthday dinner. Violet, you missed mom's dinner. I was tired. You're always tired because you're not sleeping properly. Anon shifts uncomfortably. We've been trying to cut back, he offers. Trying isn't the same as doing. Violet gets mad at me for not understanding, and they leave. Don't hear from her for a week. Finally, she texts asking to borrow money. What for? Rent. I've been missing shifts because I'm exhausted. Knew this would happen. Tell her I'll help with rent this month, but she needs to get her shit together. I am together. Things are just tight right now. Send her the money anyway because she's my sister. A month later, she calls me excited. We're moving in together. Violet, you've been dating for like 6 months. Isn't that fast? We already spend every night together anyway. In dreams, that's different from real cohabitation. You're being negative again. I'm being realistic. She hangs up on me. Help her move anyway because that's what sisters do. Their apartment is small but decent. Notice Anon's roommate making comments while we pack. Glad she's making him happy, but this whole thing is weird, right? Extremely weird, I agree. Like they're obsessed with sleeping, it's all they talk about. Great, so I'm not the only one concerned. First night in their new place, Violet calls me at midnight. Just wanted to let you know we made it to the dream apartment. Violet, I'm trying to sleep, real sleep. Right, sorry, I'm just excited. She sounds manic again. Over the next few months, I watch my sister disappear into this relationship. She stops hanging out with other friends, misses family events, quits her job at the store because the schedule doesn't work anymore. What schedule? You sleep whenever you want. The dream schedule. We have to coordinate. She gets a part-time job that pays way less. Anon is still working night shift. They're barely scraping by. Offer to help again. She refuses. We're fine. We don't need charity. It's not charity. I'm worried about you. Well, don't be. I'm happier than I've ever been. She does seem happy in a weird way. When I visit, she's animated talking about the dream worlds they've built. Entire cities, forests, libraries full of impossible books. We're creating art together, she says, in your sleep. It's still real to us. Can't argue with that logic, apparently. Their apartment starts filling up with journals and drawings. Violet has always been artistic, but this is different. Obsessive, detailed, page after page of dream documentation. You should publish this, make it into something, I suggest. And have people think we're insane? No thanks. You could frame it as fiction. She considers this. Actually starts writing about it, like actual story format. Gets excited about the project, spends weeks on it. Reads me some chapters, it's actually good. See? You can be creative without sacrificing your real life. The dreams inspire the writing, though. I need both. At least she's creating something tangible. A few months later, Violet calls crying. What's wrong? We had a fight. In a dream? No, real life, about the dreams. Apparently Anon suggested they take a break from shared dreaming. He says we're too dependent on it. He might have a point. Not you too. Violet, I love you, but he's right. You're both too wrapped up in this. It's the most important thing in our relationship. It shouldn't be. Your real connection should be the most important thing. She doesn't want to hear it. They apparently work it out, keep doing the dream thing, but less frequently. Violet seems more balanced for a while, starts picking up more shifts, hanging out with me regularly again. See? Moderation works, I tell her. Yeah, I guess you were right. Feels good to have my sister back. Then I start having weird dreams. At first just random stuff, but then Violet shows up. She's trying to tell me something, but I can't hear her. Wake up confused, text her about it. I wasn't in your dream. That's just normal dream stuff. But it felt different, like how you describe your dreams. Trust me, you'd know if it was real. Happens again a few nights later. Violet in my dream, looking scared, pointing at something I can't see. Wake up with this awful feeling. Call her immediately. It's 3 a.m., but I don't care. Hello? Anon answers her phone. Why do you have Violet's phone? She's asleep? Is everything okay? I keep dreaming about her and something feels wrong. He's quiet for a moment. What kind of dreams? Describe them. He sounds concerned. I'll wake her up. Violet gets on the phone groggy. What's going on? Tell her about the dreams. She's suddenly very awake. Describe exactly what you saw. Go through every detail. Shit. What? Those are the nightmares I've been having. What nightmares? I didn't want to worry anyone, but I've been having these dreams where something's chasing me and I'm trying to warn people. My stomach drops. Violet, what's happening? I don't know. The dreams have been getting darker lately. We can't control them as well. Maybe you should stop. We've tried. We can't. Even when we don't plan to share dreams, we end up there anyway. This is spiraling. You need professional help, both of you. We've talked to people. They just want to medicate us. Maybe you should be medicated. She hangs up. Spend the next few days having the same nightmare. Violet in danger, trying to warn me, something dark behind her. Finally go to their apartment unannounced. Knock on the door. Anon answers, looking exhausted. Is Violet okay? Define okay. Push past him. Find Violet asleep on the couch in the middle of the day. How long has she been out? 6 hours. I can't wake her up. What do you mean you can't wake her up? He looks scared. She went to sleep for a nap and she won't wake up. I've tried everything. Call 911 immediately. Paramedics come, check her vitals. Everything's normal, but she won't wake. They take her to the hospital. Anon and I follow in. My car. What the hell is going on? I think we went too deep, he says quietly. Too deep into what? The dreams. We've been building this world for months and I think we got lost in it. That's not how dreams work. It is for us. Want to scream at him, but we're pulling into the hospital. Doctors run tests. Everything comes back normal. She's in some kind of sleep state. Brain activity is normal. She's just not waking up. How is that possible? We're not sure. We've never seen anything like this. They keep her for observation. Sit by her bed for hours. She just lies there, sleeping peacefully. Anon is in the corner looking destroyed. This is your fault, I tell him. I know. You encouraged this. You participated. You let it get this far. I know. If something happens to her, I'll never forgive myself. Trust me, I already don't. We sit in hostile silence. Finally, he speaks. I'm going to try to find her. What? In the dreams, I'm going to go to sleep and try to find her and bring her back. That's insane. It's the only thing that makes sense. Or you'll both end up in comas. I have to try, doctor comes back in. We'd like to keep her overnight for monitoring. You folks should go home and rest. Anon refuses to leave. Eventually they let him stay, bring him a chair. I go home reluctantly. Don't sleep. Too afraid of the nightmares. Next morning I get a call from Anon. She's awake. Rush back to the hospital. Violet is sitting up in bed looking confused. What happened? You wouldn't wake up. I hug her. She hugs back weakly. I was stuck. I couldn't find the way out. Out of what? The dream. It became this maze and I got lost and Anon had to come find me. Look at Anon, who's also just waking up in the chair. You went in after her? Yeah, found her in the dream library we built. She was looking for the exit. Doctors have no explanation. Run more tests. Everything's normal. Release Violet with instructions to get proper sleep and see a psychiatrist. Drive them both home. You're done with this, right? Both of you? I say firmly. They look at each other. We have to be more careful, Violet says. No, you have to stop. We can't just stop. It's part of us now. Want to shake her. You almost didn't wake up. But I did. Anon brought me back. What if he couldn't? What if you were both stuck? Anon speaks up. She's right. We need to stop, or at least take a serious break. Violet looks betrayed. You're giving up on this? I'm not giving up. I'm trying to keep us safe. They argue the whole way back to their apartment. Drop them off, make Violet promise to call me every day. I will. Stop worrying. I'm your sister. Worrying is my job. Over the next few weeks, Violet seems better. She's sleeping normal hours, responding to texts, even comes to family dinner. Mom is relieved. She didn't know how bad things got. She seems good, Mom says. Yeah, I think they learned their lesson. Wrong. Month later, I'm at their apartment for movie night. Violet falls asleep on the couch mid-movie. Anand carefully puts a blanket over her. She's been tired lately, he says. Is she dreaming again? He hesitates. We said we'd take a break. That's not an answer. We've been trying, but it still happens sometimes. Sometimes or every night? Maybe 3 times a week. Facepalm. You're both addicts, you know that? It's not like that. It's exactly like that. You're dependent on this weird thing that almost killed her. It didn't almost kill her, she just got disoriented. She was in a coma. Violet stirs on the couch. We both shut up. She wakes up slowly, smiles when she sees us. Good dream? Anand asks. The beach one. They share a look that makes me feel like an outsider. Realize I've lost her to this. She's chosen the dreams over everything else. A few months pass, I keep my distance. Check in occasionally. Violet insists she's fine. Her writing project is going well. She's actually getting somewhere with it. Maybe I can turn this into something real, she says excitedly. That would be good. Fiction inspired by true events, people love that stuff. At least she's channeling it into something productive. Get a call from my mom one day. Have you seen your sister lately? Not in person, why? I'm worried, she seems distant. She's always been distant, Mom. Not like this, like she's only half present. Mom has noticed it too. Promise to check on her. Show up at the apartment unannounced again. Violet answers, looking annoyed. You can't keep doing this. Doing what? Checking on my sister who was in a coma a few months ago? I'm fine. Are you? She lets me in reluctantly. Apartment is messier than before, dishes piled up, laundry everywhere. When's the last time you cleaned? We've been busy. With what, sleeping? She glares at me. I'm working on my book and Anand's been picking up extra shifts. And the dreams? What about them? Are you still doing it? She doesn't answer. Violet. Yes, okay? Yes, we're still sharing dreams. Is that what you want to hear? I want to hear that you're taking care of yourself. I am. Look at this place. Look at yourself. She's wearing stained clothes, hair unwashed, eyes bloodshot. You look like hell. Thanks, really supportive. I'm being honest because I love you. We yell at each other for 10 minutes. Finally, she breaks down crying. I can't stop. I've tried. Every time I close my eyes, I'm back there with him. Hold her while she sobs. You need help, professional help. I know. Will you actually get it this time? Yes. Help her clean the apartment while we talk. She admits things have gotten worse since the coma incident. The dreams are more intense, more frequent, harder to separate from reality. Sometimes I forget which life is real, she admits. This one, Violet, this one is real. But the other one feels more real. Don't know how to respond to that. Make her promise to see a therapist, a real one who specializes in sleep disorders. I will, I promise. When Anand gets home from work, pull him aside. You need to take care of her. I'm trying. Try harder, she's falling apart. So am I. He does look rough, same exhaustion in his eyes. Then you both need help. We're getting it. Want to believe them. Leave feeling helpless. Can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Weeks go by, Violet starts therapy, actually takes it seriously. Therapist is apparently familiar with their situation, doesn't dismiss it. She says it might be a form of shared psychosis, but she's approaching it without judgment, Violet tells me. That's good. She wants to meet Anand too for couples sessions. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I think we need it. They start going together, seem to be making progress. Violet looks healthier, starts taking better care of herself. The dreams continue, but they're managing them better, apparently. We set boundaries, she explains. Like what? No more than 3 shared dreams per week. No staying in dreams longer than we would normally sleep. Check-ins with each other constantly. That sounds healthy. It's hard, but it's working. Feel hopeful for the first time in months. She finishes her book, sends it to agents, gets some interest, nothing solid yet, but progress. I'm thinking of framing it as magical realism, she says. Smart, that way people won't think you're crazy. Hey, we laugh. Things seem stable for a while. Violet and Anand are functioning, working, maintaining their relationship in both realities. The dreams are still happening but not consuming their lives. Start to accept that this is just who they are now. Then one night I have the nightmare again. Violet in danger, something dark chasing her, trying to warn me. Wake up in a cold sweat. Call her immediately. She answers, sounding scared. I'm having it too. What's happening? I don't know. Something's wrong with the dream space. It's becoming hostile. Get out of it. We're trying. Hear Anon in the background. They're both awake, both terrified. Should I come over? No, I don't know. We have to figure this out. They hang up. Spend the rest of the night anxious. Next morning, Violet calls. We think we know what's wrong. What? We've been building this dream world for so long that it's developed its own patterns, its own rules. Dreams don't have rules. Ours do, and something's gone wrong, like a program with a bug. You're talking like it's a real place. It is real to us. Still can't accept this. What are you going to do? We have to go back in and fix it. Absolutely not. We don't have a choice. If we don't, we'll keep having the nightmares. Then have nightmares. At least you'll be awake. You don't understand. They're getting stronger. We're barely sleeping as it is. They're determined to do this. If you both end up in comas again, I'm pulling the plug myself, I threaten. Noted. They try their plan that night. I don't sleep. Just sit by my phone waiting. Morning comes. Violet calls. We did it. What happened? We found the problem. Part of the dream structure had become unstable. We had to rebuild it. Rebuild your imaginary world? Yes. You're both insane. Probably, but we're okay now. The nightmares stop. Violet and Anon continue their weird dream life. I continue worrying about them. Eventually accept that this is just how things are. My sister is in a relationship that exists in two realities. She's happy, he's happy, they're functional. Still think they're crazy, but maybe that's okay. A year later, Violet's book gets published. It's marketed as fantasy, becomes moderately successful. Readers love the concept of dream worlds and shared consciousness. If only they knew it was real. At her book launch, she thanks Anon in her speech for showing me that reality is what we make of it. People think it's romantic. I think it's concerning, but she's smiling, genuinely happy, living her bizarre life. Hug her after the event. Proud of you, even if you're crazy. Thanks, sis. Love you too. Watch her leave with Anon, probably going home to sleep and have another adventure. Realize some people are just meant to live differently. Violet found someone who understands her weird brain. They built something impossible together. Still worried, probably always will be, but maybe that's okay too. My face when my sister fell in love with someone in two different realities, and I had to accept I can't protect her from her own choices. That feeling when you realize your family member is living a life you'll never fully understand, but you love them anyway.